welcome to Entrepreneur Life with me, Joel Campbell, and I am an entrepreneur. I'm fucked. Just in the gym. A really funny day today on Tuesday. It's again not an easy one. Some positives, some negatives, variation of things. Saw Chrissy today, who used to be our operations director. So she came in just for a catch up. I haven't seen her in about 4 or 5 months. So it was nice to sort of catch up with her, and it was just interesting. She's like, wow, there's only like 4 people left now that I know. Everyone else is new. And, you know, we have had a kind of a new influx, I guess, of people over the last 3 years, which is since Chrissy left us. So, yeah, it's all good there. We've had some hardships this morning. Unfortunately, one of our team left us this morning, which wasn't ideal, but unfortunately it is what it is. So I'm not going to say too much about that, but that was first thing this morning that somebody left. And then this afternoon, something really exciting happened, which is I had an interview, a discussion, really, a meeting with a guy that I met a year ago that was going to potentially come into our marketing team. And through one reason or another, he didn't. And he messaged me about a week ago, just say, hey, how's things? What's going on? Thinking about sort of changing roles. Be interesting to know if you've got anything going. And, you know, I'd still like to potentially come and work with you guys. And funny enough, I had the job going, which I've been talking about, which is kind of 3 tranches, one of which, the big one, is kind of following me around doing this kind of stuff, liaising with Paul to create content to show you guys what happens or how I'm trying to build a global brand. So met with him this afternoon, just kind of went through everything and sort of left it with him and say, hey, look, have a think about it, come back to me, see what you think. If you're interested, the job's yours. If it's not, then don't worry about it and I'll go and advertise it. Well, I didn't really know how to advertise it because it's such a strange role. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it is a little bit different and strange. So he came back to me about an hour and a half later and said he'd love to take it on. He's pumped, he's excited, it's got loads of potential. We don't exactly know which direction it's going to go, but I think that's part of the excitement, and we're both quite excited by that. So he's going to come join us. He's got a lot of skills and a lot of talent and a lot of things that he can offer us, and we've got a lot that we can offer back. So I think that's going to be a really nice match. It's just going to take a little bit of time to work it out in terms of what we're doing, and I think other people are going to find it difficult, because imagine kind of setting together to have a meeting, and I rock up with my guy in tow, with my dude in tow, with a camera to kind of film it. You're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like, oh yeah, he's just filming the journey of building a global brand. Are you all right with that? And some people will be and some people won't be. So we'll kind of see how it goes, but that's exciting times. I'm pleased with that. So anyway, I'm in the gym now. I'm doing a beast of an exercise. I'm doing like clean and jerks actually at the moment. Clean jerks, clean presses. So I'm going to film it. I'm not sure if it's going to make the cut. It's my last set. I'm absolutely pumped, but I'm knackered. So I'm going to film it and see if it makes the set. Please don't hit me on terms of weights. I'm trying to make sure that my technique is solid. I haven't done this exercise in probably about 15 years, maybe. That long? Shit. No, it's not that long. What am I talking about 10 years. So, fuck, I'm getting old. So I'm just making sure that my technique is solid before I ramp up the weights. Plus, I'm doing 12 repetitions, and this is my 5th set. So it's quite hard going. I'm nearly fucking 40. So anyway, check it out. And hopefully, if my technique's good enough, this will make the cut.
Early the next morning.
Good morning, 6:30 a.m. It's an early doors start. Why? Why is it an early doors start? Well, the bottom line is I've got web pages to build. So I've got to a point now in my life where I find I'm far more productive early in the morning than I am late at night. It used to be the other way around. I always used to be far more productive late in the evenings, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, no problems. Nowadays, I've kind of got to a point where I'm like, do you know what? I think I like my sleep. I kind of need it in a different way, but I do find that I prefer to kind of close down from work kind of 10 o'clock at the very, very latest, but realistically I like to finish at 8. And I much prefer to get up at like 5:30, start work for 6:30, and then get a good sort of 2.5, 3 hours in before everyone else arrives. And I'm just more productive in those 2.5, 3 hours first thing in the morning than I am sort of, the back end of a day. So that's why I'm in. I've got lots of work to do, and I'm more productive in the morning. So I'm going to crack on.
Day 3.
Good morning. It's 7:30. Is it 7:30? It's 7:29. I've just got in. I'm just heading to the kitchen to make some tea. That is generally the first job of the morning. Oh shit, I didn't do the washing up yesterday afternoon when I left. Fuck. Hold that thought. Let's try that again, shall we? So, we'll try that one more time. It's 7:35, so I've got tea. Yeah, I've got a load of admin work to crack on with. Yesterday I got kind of waylaid a little bit. We ended up, we had an interview for the marketing manager role. So I did that, and then I got caught into varying other bits and pieces. I had a couple of other meetings, nothing overly kind of exciting, just general day-to-day stuff, most of which, really in fairness, Alexa, volume 2, most of which, in fairness, revolved around my marketing manager job. So that took quite a lot of time out of my day. So I just need to get through the emails. We're still in the process of completing our purchase. So I need to get onto the insurers and just get our insurance correct, because we got a £500,000 disparity between the valuation insurance and the actual insurance, which is sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's not. And it's the reality is it's just a number. I mean, it is more than a number. It is. That's me being quite flippant about it. But what's happened is the valuations come in to say basically it needs to be insured. The rebuild value is 4 million quid and is currently insured on a rebuild value of 3.5 million quid. So we just have to extend it by 500 grand. It's not a big deal particularly. It shouldn't really increase our premiums particularly. The reality is though that one of the buildings we're knocking down anyway, so we don't need to insure it. So that's going to bring down that valuation straight away in terms of the rebuild, because there'll be one less building, and it's a substantial building. It's probably getting between a third and a quarter type of stuff of the size. But also, it's just, like I say, it's just a number the valuers have kind of plucked. So, would it cost that to rebuild it? I don't know. I mean, the reality is the rebuild value on the jail, for example, is into the tens of millions. But I looked at it with a developer friend that I know, and with somebody, and I was chatting to them about it and sort of picking their brains about it. And they were like, Joel, the reality is this is what you've got your insurance cover for, but that's never going to rebuild this place. I mean, this place would cost bloody millions to rebuild, like millions and millions and millions. So like it never is going to cover that. But at the same time, you don't expect to lose your whole building. So if you had a break, if you had a fire, for example, or something broke, or you lost a substantial chunk, you're not going to lose the whole building because the way it's connected, because it's so vast. And that's why it's less than kind of like the total value, if that makes sense. Anyway, that was something that I just sort of had yesterday to pick up. I'm waffling far too much. I've got too much work to do, so I'm going to shut up and I'm going to crack on, and I'll do something a little bit later. Good evening. It's Thursday. It's 7:24 in the evening. I've just finished in the gym. I just did a short 35-minute run today. Been a long old day. It's been a busy old week. It's been okay. It's been good. I mean, it's a lot going on, and I can see that, staffing wise, we're pretty thin on the ground across the board, like in all of our companies. And I think that was, always potentially going to happen. And certainly in the tourism industry, it's one of those things as we gear up for the busier months. It does always feel a bit like that. But I know that off the back of last year, we went through a bit of a restructuring, as I speak about. We went through a number of people leaving for varying different reasons. And we didn't really replace all of them. But we didn't replace all of them. That's really about it. And Some of that was by design, and some of it was by just the way it worked out, really. And now we're in the process of recruiting new people. So I think we've got 11 jobs going at the moment across the businesses, which is, it's a good number. That's going to bring our workforce back up to a more manageable delivery model, I think, in terms of, we need those people in to achieve what we're targeting. And it's going to, it's I wouldn't say it's a concern, but it's always something about, it comes back down to when's the right time to employ people. And I learned a really good lesson about this a few years ago, which was, when do you know as a business owner it's the right time to employ someone? And the simple answer is when you can afford to. Because if you want your business to grow and scale, you're going to need more people. So as soon as you can afford to bring those people on, you should bring those people on and off you go. I'm going to get disturbed because I'm actually having a game of pool at the moment with my son. He just nipped off briefly. So there we are. We're playing pool, and I thought I would just take a second. It's my shot, Jonah.
No, it's my shot.
No, it's not. You took your shot before you went off, and I haven't.
I went to, and I went like that.
No, you didn't. You had your shot.
No, because he put on my bed, and then he came down there.
Okay, you got one more shot then, or two.
Two, because he just pushed my bed.
Yeah, but the ball must have ended up there. So you must have had one shot because it's down there. Because when I pocketed. No, you're right. You've got two shots. I apologise. You crack on.
Finally.
There's one.
Yeah.
You got one more. Shots. Jesus. Fair play. Good shot. You are getting better. Right, so I'm probably going to have to just get back and play pool. But what I was going to say is that from an employee perspective, it's, we're now at the point where we're bringing 11 new people in. And we're also at the point of pay rises, because we're at the stage of where we don't want people on minimum wage, so get off minimum wage. It's definitely my shot, mate. Don't, please.
Come on.
So we're definitely getting people off minimum wage, or we don't have a minimum wage. Apologies. Oh, fine sake. The lowest salary we pay is above the minimum wage, and we don't really do an age bracket either. So it doesn't matter how old you are. If you do the same job, you get the same pay effectively across the board. Jonah, turn that TV off and come back, please. But we are going through quite a hefty pay increase across. Dude, I'm just finishing this video. Just calm down for 2 seconds. Jonah. Maybe if you listen, you'll learn something, eh? Huh? I'm talking about staff's pay. You work at the prison, don't you?
Yeah.
So this includes you, doesn't it? It's about
You
pay
say this to
rises.
every single last one of the staff.
Well, it's just going out publicly. I mean, people don't listen to my podcasts or videos, and the staff certainly don't. So, but they'll know. I don't know why not. I guess
What, doesn't anyone?
a few people do, but not masses of people. Maybe I'm not that interesting. I think I'm interesting.
You are.
Thank you. Let me just finish this little bit very quickly. So we're pushing for a 10% pay rise across the workforce. Some slightly higher, but I don't really think there's many, if any, lower. I think there might be a couple of people that are 9.8 or something. So everyone's above 9%, which is obviously the rising of cost of living. But we're trying to get everyone to 10% as a minimum. And that's going to, really get us to a point of where we're paying, really good salaries, certainly in the tourism industry. We've got some still work to do in some of our other businesses, but we're starting to move the right direction. And what we're doing is what I always said we were doing, which is where we're making good profits. We're taking those out and we're putting those back into our people, because that's where we're going, is about scalable growth. So that's been a big part of the week this week. And Laura and I have been working quite heavily on getting those budgets finalised and settled and making sure we can press it forward. So that's the sort of stuff that we're going out next week. Anyway, I'm going to get back and play my game of pool and whoop Jonah's butt, because...
I'm going to kick his butt.
No, we'll see.
And also...
Cheers, dude. I'm just finishing the gym, in fairness. Right, laters. It is... What time is it? 20 to 7. So you're going to do gymnastics in a sec.
Yeah.
I'm just moving the fence in.
Right behind you.
Tell you what, Kieran might be better than this. Come here. So we're just moving the fence in, because next week, very exciting. Can you hold on to that, Jonah?
Yeah.
You hold that for us, please, Ems. Next week, we buy this building. So we're just fencing it all off, because previously, previously we had all of this fencing around here because it marked the boundary between our land and the land that we didn't own. But now that in 5 days time, which by the time this video goes out will have passed, we'll have bought all of this land back here. So we're just putting out the fencing now because we no longer need to separate our land from their land. But unfortunately, the land we're buying has still got loads of prison posts and broken bits and stuff like that. So we're just shoring it all up so it's a bit safer. Good morning. It is, I don't know what time it is, I've taken my watch off. It's 7:30 in the morning and I'm just getting ready to do a chest workout this morning. So it's 7:30 on a Saturday. I've got a couple of hours before we're out and about for different things. And I thought I'd just hit the gym, crack on my chest workout. I've got my Joy and Joel hoodie on, which I love, but it's getting pretty bad now, but it doesn't matter, I'm still gonna keep wearing it. And I did notice this. See this bar over here? This is my wife that has been in the gym, which is a good thing, a really, really positive thing. It, like people going to the gym and exercising and all the good stuff that comes with it. But not only has she left the bar out and on the floor, she's also left the pad on the floor, which because it's a gym, will get a little bit cold and a little bit, I wouldn't say damp, but get cold. Everything's got its own home in this gym. Everything's got its own home. And stuff should be put back in its home when it's finished with. And if it's not, then it fucking should be. She's going to be here in a second, so I'm going to ask her why. And then duck. So anyway, I'm going to get one workout. You alright? You left your bar out, mate. Don't look at it as if like one of the kids might have left. Did I? Is that one of the kids left that there?
No, I obviously forgot that. I'm a bit of a guess for me.
I know you didn't. I just put the pad away as well.
No, I'm not using it.
Well, that's all right then. Just, next time I leave something out around the house, you're like, you've left that.
You need to ask all the time. Shut up with that crap.
That's my gym session done. So it's just gone 8:30. I'm gonna go get showered, changed or dressed. I'm gonna have some breakfast. So I'm gonna have a nice breakfast this morning. I think I'm gonna have some muffins with salmon and poached egg. I think that's what I'm gonna have today. No hollandaise sauce, I'm watching my weight. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna make the kids some breakfast. I'm sure I'll make Emma some breakfast, have a cup of tea, so I have a cup of tea. I know this is all really fucking interesting shit. Then I'm gonna drop the kids off at their group this morning, head up to the jail and finish doing the fencing. So I just wanna get that done because, well, do we have other people that can do it? Probably. Do I enjoy doing it? Yes. Does it take me away from the rest of like the stuff that's going on in the rest of the business? Absolutely. Does it feel like I'm making a difference? Absolutely. Is it making a difference? It is, but not like the type of difference that other things that I do in my role make. But it's about, do you know what? It's almost to a degree about staying grounded. And I really do quite like that. There's certain jobs that I still like to help with. Not because I have to or because they need me to, but I just like to. And I guess that helps keep me grounded and remind me, like, right at the other end of the scale, there's somebody who has to move Harris fencing around and pick up all the rubbish and do all the crappy, shitty jobs. And I'm quite content to help out with that on occasion. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then obviously pick the kids up. I'm gonna have to go get something for Mother's Day, so that's tomorrow. Come back. I reckon the kids will probably chill out for the afternoon, and they'll probably play games, spend some time on their iPads and stuff like that, and I will get some work done. So that's pretty much going to be the Saturday. Let's see how it pans out, shall we? You stupid kids. So heading out this morning to go and do some work at the jail, and the kids have just opened the gates for us, in fairness, to drive out, and they're doing these dances. So I thought I would just film it. As soon as they saw me get the camera, they stopped. It's just, I am driving and filming, but I'm on my drive, so it's kind of allowed. There we go. You're doing it? He's tucked away there. He is dancing, but he's tucked in behind there.
The next day.
It's just gone 8:30. It's Sunday morning. I'm at the jail. I've got one child, two child, because we're going to do some work, aren't we? Three child. So we've got a few bits to do. It's like I said, do I need to do these bits? I don't know, but also it's because we're going to just crack on and do. We're just going to crack on, do a few jobs. Sunday morning, so it's good. It's our building, isn't it? Our business. So it's right that we plough on and start right at the bottom in terms of sorting the site out and stuff like that. So we're going to do a couple. It is Mother's Day, so we're going to do a couple of bits of fencing. We're going to do a little bit of tidying, just get like the random bits of like metal all into one place, ready to be picked up. Pick up some of the rubbish, clear out some of the budlier and stuff like that. So just general kind of maintenance jobs really with these guys. And yeah, you'll get paid. Don't tell people that, I'll get in trouble. Like, yeah. Anyway, they're not going to get paid. It's slave labour. It's not really. No. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So we're going to get started. So we'll catch you in a bit.
2 hours later.
It's restaurant's just opened, so we've come down for breakfast. Builder's breakfast. So it's a couple of hours of work done. And we're going to have something to eat. Nearly. I've done 2 hours of work. You've done like an hour and 20 minutes. Thank you, Lisa.
Why is that?
No, we've done about 2 hours, just under 2 hours. So we're going to have breakfast, and then we're going to head to outside the site to park the parking bollards, aren't we? Looking at that. That's right, in a bit. We've done our jobs. It's 10 to 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've done our jobs at prison. We got loads of work done. We're just sat here in the car wash because my car's filthy.
Show them.
Well, it's just a car wash, mate. But I was really pleased with how much work the kids did, how much they got on with. Oh no, the windows are open! How much work they got done and stuff like that. So about 4 hours of work on a Sunday morning, and then we're going to finish off this, get some petrol, head back, and then make dinner and see their mum. So yeah, it's just been quite a fun, easy morning, isn't it? You enjoyed working? You enjoyed working? Yeah? I think I've enjoyed it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So we're going to call the end of the episode there. This has been Entrepreneur Life with me, Joel Campbell, and I am an entrepreneur.
Subscribe! And like!